Assalamu alaikum, second year. It's part 2 of the same exercise or the same lecture. Now, adjectives. Definition. A word used to modify or describe a noun. Adjective basically is one of an open clause of words that acts as a describing word or phrase. It acts as a describing word or phrase in a sentence that adds extra information to a noun in a sentence. It is said to modify the meaning of its noun. It is said to modify the meaning of its noun. Adjectives are often used as a part of a noun phrase and or sometimes refer to a modifiers. The tall man. Now, man is a noun, tall is an adjective. The tall man. Here the adjective tall acts to pre-modify the noun man. Adjective can also occupy a position after a link verb. After a link verb in a sentence, you can place them. What are link verbs? For example, be, is, am, seem, appear to become a complement. You can place them after these link verbs. The man is tall. The man is tall. So here in this sentence, we placed it after a link verb, and that is. A separate small group of modifiers are called determiners. A separate small group of modifiers are called determiners. A determiner is a word that can pre-modify and specify a noun. For example, the, a, some, many, those, these. It was all about adjective. Basically, it's a modifying word. Now, the next one is adverb. Definition. Adverb can be added to a verb to modify its meaning. Can also modify adjectives and other adverbs. Tell you when, where, how, in what manner or to what extent an action is performed. Many int in alloy, but not always. Cheerfully, briskly, wickedly, delicately, fast. Adverb is another kind of describing word. It adds more information to words, phrases, or other than a noun. Adverbs can also modify or introduce whole sentence. They are an open clause of words like adjectives and noun. Adverbs are also open clause words. An adverb modifying a verb over here in this sentence. For example, he ran quickly. He ran quickly. If you just think about this sentence, so ran is a verb, quickly is an adverb, and it's modifying to the word ran. Sometimes it modifies a sentence. A whole sentence even. Thankfully they have escaped. Thankfully they have escaped. For example, thankfully. It's an adverb, they have escaped. It's a complete sentence. Sometimes it modifies an adjective in a sentence. For example, he is really old. He is really old. Old is an adjective, real is a adverb. He is really old. If you just think really is modifying to adjective old. Now next, modifying another adverb. Sometimes it's modify another adverb. It is simply too expensive. It is simply too expensive. Over here in this sentence, adverb is modifying to another adverb. Next, sometimes it's modifying a prepositional phrase. For example, he is almost at the top. He is almost at the top. He is almost at the top. So here in this sentence, it's modifying to prepositional phrase. Unlike any other part of speech element, the preposition of an adverb can often be arrived without affecting the meaning of the sentence. For example, if you just think about this sentence, they have thankfully escaped. Thankfully they have escaped. They have thankfully escaped. It's not affecting the meaning of the sentence over here. So now, the next part of speech is preposition. A word placed before a noun or pronoun to show its location or direction may also show a noun or pronoun's relationship to some other word in the sentence. Examples are to, with, against, by, from, it, for, across, in. These are the examples. A preposition is one of about 60 close clause words. How many? 60 close clause words. Example, in, on, etc. These small words, some are phrases like a noun or noun phrase that acts as its object to create a prepositional phrase. To create what? To create a prepositional phrase. This act to modify some other part of the sentence, to tell, often about time, space, manner, or cause. Example, in, on, under, through, by, because of. Prepositions from small phrases along with their object that often act as adverbial phrase to answer the questions when, time, where, space, or how, manner. He is in the room. She sings with a fine voice. She sings with a fine voice. These are the examples. Preposition phrases can also act like adjectives when they act to post-modify a noun. Sometimes they can act like adjective in a sentence, but when they are act to post-modify a noun. As in, for example, the man in the black cape. The man in the black cape. The next one is interjection. Definition. A word that expresses strong or sudden emotion, used as an exclamation by itself or with a comma following it if used at the beginning of a sentence, capable of standing by itself. Examples are listed below. Oh dear, my goodness, wow, ouch, yes, etc. Interjections are an open clause of words that suggest sudden emotion. That suggest what? That suggest sudden emotions. Like, ouch, wow, my goodness, oh dear. It is also useful to know that a word in a sentence may be placed by a word from the same class only honored by word from another class. Yes. Now, students, you have to read out exercise from page 10 onward up to page 20. It's your assignment. You have to do practice about it at your home. If you're facing, or if you have facing any problem, inshallah I will help you. See you in next lecture. Allah Hafiz. Best of luck.